So there I was enjoying my factory MTR with a factory MTR barrel trigger, just like you guys had requested me to do. And I was shooting it, and then all of a sudden I get an email, and it's from Lilja. And Carson starts telling me about these 26-inch barrels, how he's been getting requests for them, and how he thought that I should try it. And they got me again, guys. So obviously today is not a video about a factory MTR. It is a MTR that we put a 26-inch Lilja on, and we are going to test it just like we did our RPR in the other video if you've seen that. With this ammunition you see before you here, we've got CCI standard velocity on the cheap end all the way up to RWS special match. We're not doing lot testing, we're just getting our first shots down this, and we're gonna see what it's like. So we put the jarred trigger in it. Now that we had a 26-inch stainless barrel and a 3-ounce jarred trigger, I figured, what the heck, let's put the 4-25 track torque on here and make sure we have our best shot at success here. So obviously I've already shot it because I had to at least get this on paper. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, you're probably not gonna hear it come across video very well, but this thing is crazy quiet. I mean, it's stupid quiet with subsonic match ammo. You know, when you got a 16-inch barrel, that thing's a little firecracker. You go to 20 inches, it's much quieter. When you shoot a 24, you're like, again, wow, this thing is quieter. But this 26, I mean, this thing is something different. As far as the weather goes, yesterday it was in the 30s. Today it's in the 60s. Welcome to North Carolina, and we do have a variable wind. Hopefully that wind noise is not going to come across on the video, and I'm going to do my best to not shoot it intentionally in gusts of wind like we're having right now. So right now it's just picked up. I don't know if you can see the flag behind me, but it's probably 6 to 8 mile an hour right now in the gust, but then it dies down. So we're going to try and shoot it when it's died down. But starting cheapest to most expensive, we're going to shoot the CCI standard velocity. Now we did kind of just get this bore sighted with 10 rounds, so we don't need to foul this in. But if the wind will cooperate, we'll get started here. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, first one was just out of nowhere. All right, so we had one just way out of nowhere, and the rest weren't too bad. But hoping to see a little bit of improvement with this SK Standard Plus. So we are going to foul this with 5 before we shoot the other. So we're going to move to that blank spot on number 2. Well, that looked pretty dang good. We're going to go 2/10 left. And let's see what we can do there. Well, the foulers looked a lot more promising than the group. Not really sure what happened there, but moving on to SK long range match. And for this test, we are using the Torque 4-25. This is probably my favorite scope in the $1,500 price range. I mean, it's right at 1,500 bucks. Good glass, 4-25, ton of elevation. It's just crazy good what you get for the money. There's no point doing any foulers because it's the same lube type, so we're just going to shoot our 10 per group. All right, we're gonna do our Fowler slash siders now for the team. The RPR absolutely hated this, but let's just see what we got. Cider Fowler's looking pretty good there. See what we can do with a 10-shot group. For a 10-shot group in these conditions, I'm not mad at all about that. We're gonna go ahead and shoot up our match now. Again, we're not fouling this because it's the same exact lubrication type as what we just shot, so moving straight into the 10. Had one drop low out of that group, but the rest of them looked pretty good. Again, the left to right, we're gonna have that because it's a little bit windy today. We got, you know, when it's down, it's 2 to 4 or 5 mile an hour. It just is what it is. But outside of that, looked pretty good. So our last ammo today is the special match. And let's shoot our Ciders Fowlers. All right, let's shoot our 10 for record. I haven't mentioned this yet, but this does have the jarred, and it's set at about 3 or 4 ounces. So jarred trigger in this, and it is really light, which makes this a very easy gun to shoot off the bench. So I'm curious to see, I'm going back with the Ely match. It looked to have promise. We're gonna shoot 5 Fowlers real quick. All right, we're gonna try and get this in as good a wind condition as we possibly can, and we're gonna see what kind of 5-shot group it'll lay down. I want to give it a second shot on a 5-shot group instead of a 10, as we had one low, but it's hard to say if that was wind or not. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Pretty impressed with this. A lot more work to do. If this is something you guys want to see me continue by lot testing the top performers and seeing what we can really wring out of this, that would be something I'd be interested in doing down the road. It obviously has potential. This was just kind of a mass ammo test to see what it would shoot across different brands of ammunition, all the way from CCI standard velocity to the RWS special match. And you can see there are some that have more potentials than other. But again, if that's something you want me to test in the future, let me know. We'll get back out here. We'll see what we can do, and maybe even slightly better wind conditions if we can get away with it. But as far as this video goes, I think that's a wrap. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one.